What is this? My Pokemon brothers and sisters are in pain. Why do they still use Pokemon for violence? Have they not learned? We are their friends. We should be fighting together, not each other. My job is not done. Reshiram, let's go kill some motherfuckers. Konnichiwa minasan, genki desu ka? I'm Dave, and today we're taking a look at the pure and innocent, natural, harmonious Gropius, better known as N, from Pokemon Black and White. Is N and Reshiram unboxed, and starting off with N's faceplates, he has a serious expression as his standard faceplate, and he has a smiling expression, but it's kind of a creepy smile, especially if you look directly into his eyes. As for his accessories, well, like the review I just did, Sakura from Naruto, N doesn't really come with much. The big draw with this Nendoroid is that he comes with Reshiram, which is pretty awesome, and this is a really hefty figure. Reshiram is really heavy, really detailed, his wings can move, and his head can move too, and I really like the design of his tail. And it's definitely a lot better than just getting a plastic sheet with Reshiram's picture on it. Yikes. And what's really cool about Reshiram is that in his wings, the pegs actually have the Good Smile logo on it, so that lets you know that it's not a counterfeit. Oh, and N's Nendoroid comes with a Pokeball too, so at least there's that. And here they are. Here is N and Reshiram looking like they're ready to change the world. I think N looks really good as a Nendoroid, and I've noticed things about his look that I've never really noticed before, like his cool necklace, or the awesome design of his bracelet, and even the weird Rubik's Cube thing he wears around his waist. By the way, does anyone know what that is? I also like that his ponytail has a joint so you can actually move it around. That's a really nice touch, and I think it looks really good with his hat on, but I'll go into that a bit later. And I also love Reshiram's figure too. Like I said earlier, he's really detailed, he's pretty big and sturdy and heavy too. And like I said earlier, his wings are on joints so they can move, and his tail has a really cool design on it that I never really noticed in the games. So Reshiram just looks awesome, but be warned, when I was putting him together, I was struggling fitting his legs into the body. I really had to use a lot of force to get it in there. It seemed like it didn't fit at all. So if you plan on getting N's Nendoroid, or you haven't opened them like I haven't in the past couple years, just know that it might be pretty hard. Now on to the negatives. This is a pretty expensive Nendoroid, especially if you're looking for him on the aftermarket. And honestly, I don't know if he's worth it unless you're like a huge N fan or a huge Pokemon fan like I am. He honestly doesn't come with as much as I wish he would have, and I kinda understand because he does come with Reshiram, and he's probably why the figure is so expensive. I just wish N came with more stuff because this is an N Nendoroid, and I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time I'm still not as frustrated as I was with Sakura's Nendoroid because the fact that Reshiram is here does help. With that said, I think it would have been amazing if Zekrom was included with N's Nendoroid. Even if they bumped up the price a little, having both legendaries from Black and White would have made this Nendoroid so cool. Just imagine Zekrom like standing right next to N with Reshiram on the other side. That would be amazing. But the one thing that I really would have loved to have come with N's Nendoroid is the ability to display him without his hat. I think N is probably one of the cooler characters in all of Pokemon, and like I said earlier, he has his hat on, which makes him look really cool, but he would have just looked so much cooler without his hat on, with his long green hair. It just would have been an awesome sight to see. So it sucks that it's not in here, but at the same time, I still think he looks pretty good. So N is a pretty cool Nendoroid, but I don't know if he's worth getting if you don't have him already. You'll probably just have to live vicariously through this video. He's really for people who are huge fans of the character and huge fans of Pokemon Black and White, of which I am. Black and White is probably my favorite game out of all the Pokemon games, including Sword and Shield. So N is a really cool Nendoroid, but at that price tag, especially if you're looking for him at the aftermarket, like on eBay, those prices are pretty ridiculous and you might want to be careful for some counterfeits out there too. So he's definitely not worth it unless you really want him. Before I go, are you guys playing Pokemon Sword and Shield too? Because I am. I picked up Pokemon Shield and I recently became champion, and all I'm doing now is breeding a ton of Pokemon. So if you have any Sword exclusive Pokemon that you want to trade with me, I've got a bunch of Shield exclusive Pokemon that I'm willing to trade. Hit me up on Instagram at Nendo_now or something. Links in the description, or leave your friend code in the comments and I'll add you and we can start trading. Alright, so that is going to do it from here today. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Johnny!